Hello, hello, hello. Ignacy Portal Games, and this Portal Games Informant. We meet every single Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central European Time, and I'm meeting with Portal Games fans discussing Portal Games and discussing different industry topics. Hello, everyone. And the first question, as always, how's audio? Is sound okay? Can you hear me? Can you see me? How's your life? By the way, my name is Andrzej. I work at Portal Games. I'm designer of games like Robinson Crusoe, Detective, and a couple of other games. I work in the industry since 1997, a long time, first only in Poland, and then I started working internationally. Sound is good. Thank you. I can hear you and see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So our technicals are working today. Greetings delivered, video liked. I've done my part. Thank you, I appreciate it. And that's a right point. We are in the YouTube environment, and that means that if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy hanging out with me every Monday, please leave a like, please leave a subscribe. YouTube appreciate that, and I appreciate that as well. Guys, the content is always the same. I mean the scheme. The first, chatting with chat, giving you some updates from Portal Games, seeing what's happening at your homes, and then we go, after 10 minutes, we go to the topic of the week. And today I'm going to celebrate an amazing Kickstarter campaign of The Witcher with a few facts that you might not know about The Witcher. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. I'm a huge fan of this brand, of this IP, of these stories. So I wanted to share my passion with you and tell you 5 facts. I think we have 6 of them. Few facts about The Witcher today with me. Anyway, how are things doing at you? Hello Ignacy, hello Paul, doing well, that's perfect. Hello Dutch, hello Ruby, hello Bill, Ignacy rules, thank you. All the gang is here. Guys, we received another package from our fans. I don't know if I showed you last week or not. We have this cookie dude with us, and we have our logo sent to us from our fans. So we keep getting gifts from you, and we appreciate that. We get a new package of cookies, believe it or not, every single week. Every single week we get a box with cookies from Polish fans. Polish fans are absolutely insane with that. What else? We have this new t-shirt, but we have this t-shirt only in European store. So if I show it right now, everyone who buys at Portal Games US will get Frenzy. And I have solution. If you want this t-shirt, you write email to luke@portalgamesus.com, yes, and tell him, look, we need this t-shirt in Portal Games US store. This is what we have here in Europe. Flat Cookie Society, a new t-shirt here in Europe, and this t-shirt was designed by our fans from Łódź. They gave me such a t-shirt as a gift. And I said, I love the design, I love the idea for the Flat Cookie Society, and I asked them for permission, I asked them for the design, and now this gift is the official t-shirt in our website here in Europe. So yeah, US, you need to focus and you need to get these t-shirts because our fans in America will love them, I'm pretty sure. Hello, hello, Komirowski is with us. I would love to help out Portal at Essen. How to do that? So by God, this is a very good question because at this very moment, we are debating how you prepare for the Essen this year. And as for now, as for today, it's June 14th, we are considering going to Essen without demo tables, without volunteers, just to make them safe, to make everyone safe, and just to have a booth, just to sell games, but no demos. But we are considering all different options. We will know much more in upcoming weeks when we see the first conventions rolling out. Anyway, thank you for your declaration, and please stay in touch. I know that you are in touch with our company, so we will know more in September. Bill says, please make sure we all see the tractor. I'm sorry, Bill, my bad, but yeah. So for everyone who is missing that, this is the gift that we get from different publishers in Poland, because I said in one of the vlogs that even the stupid channel about the tractors has more views than I, and I was yelling at our fans, and they give me a tractor, so I have more views. And it helps our channel in Poland is doing amazingly good, and I appreciate our fans in Poland. So guys, speaking about Poland, we ran a contest for a faction, for the new faction for Empires of the North. The contest was only for Polish fans, only in Poland, because not only we are looking for the great ideas for the factions, but we are looking also for new playtesters, new developers, new talent here in Poland, so we can bring them in-house. So that's why we are doing that. And we had submitted 29 submissions with new factions to Empires of the North. Joanna Kijanko, of course, is now browsing through the entries, reading them, analyzing them, and we will do brainstorm and we will choose the best one. So you should look forward in upcoming months or maybe next year some new content for Empires of the North because of the amazing fans here in Poland. Ignacy, will the pledge manager for Robinson Crusoe opening up today? Absolutely no such a plans. We are not ready yet. I had a meeting with production like 2 hours ago, and because you are watching this vlog, you have always first-hand information. So what we will announce in one of the upcoming updates, the next update, we will announce that, even you don't know this, because you were not at the meeting. The box for Robinson Crusoe Collector's Edition will be bigger than we said during the campaign. The production has all the samples, everything from the manufacturer.
I knew that.
Yeah, and they decided it will not fit. It will not fit smoothly, and they asked me for the green light to make the box bigger. So this Collector's Edition big box will be freaking big. More details when I know more details. Today I just green lighted that yes, they can redesign the whole box and increase the dimensions. So this is a fresh update from the headquarters. Not going to any big convention this year. When things open up, I'm just going to play games with all my friends here a few months. Terrier, hello, absolutely. I fully understand. We have to get used to getting back to normal. So I absolutely understand many people will be hesitant to go to the conventions this year, and hanging out with the friends is good enough after these all weeks and months of lockdown, and I'm looking forward to play with my friends as well. So I absolutely hear you. Hello, Bill. Greetings, Mr. Ignacy. Greetings, everyone. SSV Trivan, congratulations on amazing performance by Belgium in Euro Cup, and that brings Euro Cup to the table. Guys, since Friday we are living with Euro Cup. This is the biggest soccer/football event in Europe. All the best countries in football are playing in one big tournament. I think there's I don't know how many teams, 24 or something. Like all the best countries are playing football right now for 4 weeks. A huge event, and that's why we started 11 Football Manager board game found draft page. So please, can we have the link in a description? Can. So you will find the link to the draft page in the description. I guess all of you who are watching right now already checked the page. 11 Football Manager board game is a game by Thomas Jensen from Netherlands. Amazing design, and we are now working together, developing, improving the game, adding more content, adding some small expansions, adding all the cool stuff. And besides that, Thomas and I are bloggers. For the whole Eurocamp, we are blogging about the matches, about the things, and about 11. And so you can check Board Games That Tell Stories, my blog on Board Game Geek or on WordPress, and you will find mine and Thomas' articles about the matches. Yesterday, Netherlands had amazing match against Ukraine. It was the best match so far of the whole Euro Cup, and I'm happy to report the Thomas team won the game. Today Poland is playing, and I'm not so sure if I will be able to report that Polish team won the game. I'm very pessimistic about this event this year for Polish team, but at least Thomas is winning and his team is playing amazing. I hope Belgium can keep growing in the tournament. They have an amazing team. They are one of the pretenders to win the cup, so I'm absolutely sure. I'm not super into football, but I spent so much time playing Football Manager on the Amiga there some 30 years ago. Very curious about 11. Terrier, this is the game for you. Then I played in the 90s Football Manager as well, and I had a blast. And this board game is a one-to-one adaptation of these feelings, of these emotions, of this experience. You are transferring players, you are setting the tactics, you are playing against other teams. You have injuries, you have stupid referees, you have all of that jazz, all of the football manager feeling. So we are very proud of the game, and we cannot wait to start the GameFound campaign. The campaign will start in September, early September, and now through June and July, me and Thomas are blogging and talking about the game and talking about the Euro Cup. So you should have fun time with us. The Euro Cup is happening. Last week how much time I have? Oh my God, I don't have any more time. Topic of the week. But stay. So, hey, focus. Be with me. Now, short commercial break because I have to go to the different camera. Then topic of the week, few facts about The Witcher that you might not know. And then after the Witcher beat, I'm getting back to my notes. I have to talk about Dune, I have to talk about the 11, I have to talk about the Vienna Connection. And what's most important, the match, Scotland versus, I don't remember. But the match is going on right now. I should be watching match right now. So we have to hurry up today. Czech Republic versus Scotland is playing right now, and I'm talking to you, so we have to be hurried today. Can I have a commercial break? Hello, and we are back. My name is Ignacy Trzewiczek. This is Portal Games Informant. We meet every Monday 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and we discuss important or at least interesting topics for the board games. And I hope you enjoy these topics. And today I'm talking about a few facts about The Witcher. The Witcher is quite important here in Poland, but lately it became quite important worldwide, and that made me think that I should record something about this amazing thing. So without further ado, let's go to the first slide of the presentation. So this is the picture of the monthly magazine about science fiction and fantasy. The was and still is published in Poland. This magazine is from 1986, quite a long time ago. 1986. I have this issue in my collection, and as you can see here in the picture, from the inside of the magazine, Wiedźmin, which is in English Witcher. This is the first time we fans in Poland heard about this character. This short story about the Witcher was submitted for the contest for the best science fiction or fantasy short story. And Andrzej Sapkowski back then was not published writer, not published author. He just submitted like hundreds of other writers, and he tried to become the writer, and he wrote the story. The story was published here. I was checking this today, preparing for the presentation. Quite funny. There is no dedicated illustration in the magazine. They illustrated it with some knight with the lance, had nothing to do with Witcher. There is no bio of Andrzej Sapkowski, the writer. He was just one of the dudes who submitted the short story. They didn't care back then. There is no information in the editorial of the magazine about the contest. Like, they just get this submitted, they published it, they didn't care. Years later, this is the first time Wiedźmin, The Witcher appears. So for all of you who like comic books, I know Marek is liking, like this is the first appearance of one of the superheroes. So this is the first appearance of The Witcher. December 1986, short story. It was a contest, and The Witcher didn't win this contest, believe it or not. It took third place, so bronze medal. It was not the best story, the best short story in this contest. It was the third place, but as you can imagine, fans love this story. Fans just got crazy about this story, and Andrzej started writing more and more. Back then, when he submitted, he was successful a professional. He has a company, he was in the trading, and he didn't think even about being a full-time writer. He just made it like, okay, I'll try. And then his life changed. So this is it, in 1986 debut of Witcher, and we have now the next slide, Blood of the Elves. So we are moving to the year, let me check so I'm not making any mistakes. Yes, 1994, so 8 years later, the first book in the Witcher saga is published in Poland. So what was happening for the 8 years, Andrzej Sapkowski, the writer, was publishing more and more short stories. Altogether, there was like 12 of them, I believe, and fans loved these stories. And each time the new story from the Witcher world was published in the magazine, this magazine was selling like so much more issues, and Andrzej became a star of the short stories. And then he announced that he's working on a saga, on a big, epic saga. And believe it or not, it's hard to believe today, and knowing the end score. So many reviewers, so many fans, including me, were skeptical. We all believe that Andrzej is writing amazing short stories, and we couldn't believe that he can pull off an epic, huge, few books saga. We thought that he is a master of the short version. And so everybody was waiting for the first tome of this saga. Back then we didn't know how many tomes there would be. We just heard that it will be a saga. It was released and it became a massive hit immediately. He can write the novels as well. This novel was amazing. We all fall in love with that. And then there was only the question how he will develop this saga, how it will end, can he pull it off. Overall, the saga consists of 5 tomes, 5 books. These books were published in a much better pace than the famous George Martin Game of Thrones. So I got my notes. The first tome 1994, 1995, 1996, 1997, and the last tome was 1999. So for the last tome he needed 2 years, but all other tomes every year, a new tome of the saga. And as you can imagine, back then in Poland, when the hype from Witcher, the hype for his novels was just growing, we were waiting for the new tome, like all of us are now waiting for the new tome of Game of Thrones. That was the event among the geeks, new book from Andrzej Sapkowski, new tome of this saga. The saga was super successful and established Andrzej Sapkowski as an amazing writer and made him super rich, super popular. And for next years, he decided to write different books. He published a couple of books, including even military books. So he took a break from Witcher, and he got back to the Witcher in 2013, I believe, yes, with the one book. But basically, this saga, this epic saga, was like he did it, and he said, okay, I'm done with the Witcher. I did my thing. I'm proud of it. And he definitely should. Can I have a next slide, please? Andrzej Sapkowski, in these times, and we are talking 90s, was extremely active on conventions. All major conventions, sci-fi conventions, had to have Andrzej Sapkowski as a guest of honor. He was this Eric Lang of the convention scene. He was this Richard Garfield. He was one of the stars, and every convention wanted him to be part of the convention and do seminars and panels and interaction with the fans. And he is amazing during the panels. He's fun, he's witty, he can talk about anything. Any fan ask any question during the seminar, and he has a story to talk. He is engaging and absolutely super nice person. There were rumors, more or less true, that he loves party and he loves to stay with the fans long hours and drink some alcohol, and there was some controversial about this. But well, when you're the writer star in Poland, when everybody loves you, you party. That's obvious. So yeah, amazing person at conventions, amazing storyteller, and not only amazing writer, amazing storyteller. And being the seminar with him is like 2 hours. You don't know when it passed. Amazing time. Can I have a next slide, please? Some of you might heard about the news. It was last year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago. It was huge in Poland, and as Marek found, it also was reported worldwide. So many of you might heard about this. So I wanted to give you some background to the big news. And the big news is The Witcher Auto and CD Projekt and royalties dispute with licensing agreement. So what was happening back then? It was a year. Let me check the dates. 2007. 2007. The Witcher, the books, the cycle, the short stories, amazingly popular. And the small video game studio is contacting Andrzej Sapkowski that they want to do a video game. And they do a sales pitch, they do how the game will work, blah, 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 blah. It's the early 2000s. Video games are not in the place where are they today. And they did the sales pitch, and Andrzej said, whatever. Give me $5,000 or give me $10,000 or whatever. I don't know the details. But he just said, okay, whatever, sign it and do your thing. Like, I don't care. 20 years later, CD Projekt Red and The Witcher is one of the biggest video game on the planet. And they did an amazing job. And Andrzej Sapkowski, back then, this 20 years ago, when he was signing with them the rights for The Witcher, he didn't sign the royalties deal. He just said, okay, give me some bucks and go away. So after these years of CD Projekt Red gaining amazing revenue from the Witcher IP, Andrzej Sapkowski felt like this is not exactly honest. This is not exactly what he expects to be a good deal. And after many talks, the thing started involving lawyers. And Andrzej asked to get some royalties, even though the contract from the 2000s was with no royalties, just a flat price that CD Projekt had to pay. Now the lawyers found the law that says if the trade is unfair, it can be negotiable. And as we can see, CD Projekt and The Witcher ended a dispute, and they found an agreement. I don't know details, obviously, but it was a huge thing, both in terms of the memes in Poland, both in terms of the news in Poland, and as you can see also worldwide. So once again, to explain you the background of the story was that back then, when CD Projekt was like just two people studio, and Andrzej Sapkowski was a huge writer in Poland, and the books were selling like crazy, he just got introduced to these young dudes trying to do a video game. He said, whatever, fine, do it. And then 15 years later, he said, guys, we should renegotiate because this business is getting much bigger than I thought at the beginning of the century. You can have a next slide, please. And this is a movie. So guys, your seat belts, be careful. Now is a movie.
Jesteś piękny.
So, I can speak, yes? They will hear me? So, back then, because Witcher was so popular in Poland, we had a movie about The Witcher. And the movie is ongoing meme in Poland even today, even 20 years later. It was terrible. It was the worst thing you can think if you think about fantasy movies. And because it was a Witcher, so it was very popular. And the whole freaking nation went to the cinema, and we all cried. It was terrible. And as you probably know this feeling when you say to somebody, oh, I'm playing board games, and everybody says, oh, like Monopoly? Back then, when we said that we like fantasy and science fiction, these people were like this, Witcher? And it was terrible. We felt really terrible. It did terrible job to promote the fantasy and science fiction in Poland, because so many people in Poland saw this stupid video, stupid movie, and did terrible work to promote the literature, to promote fantasy, to promote science fiction. And till today, it's... So if you ever come with this idea that, oh, I heard they had a movie about The Witcher in Poland, I should watch it. You should not. Don't do it. It's terrible. Change the slide. I cannot watch it. So last week, this epic campaign for the Witcher ended with being one of the biggest campaigns in the history of the Kickstarter, and one of the biggest. What's happening? One of the biggest campaigns on the Kickstarter ever, major, and that for the one more time put it into perspective that we have these major stories, major IPs like Lord of the Rings, like Star Wars, like Game of Thrones, like Call of Cthulhu, all of them in hands of the Asmodee, and all of them originate from the origins from the English-speaking countries, either America or UK. And The Witcher, I could call it like the 5th biggest IP ever, but with the origins in Poland. And this is mind-blowing. The small country here in Europe created so engaging, so immersive, so amazing and original and unique story that originated with the board games and comic books and video games, and today's everything like Funko things and like everything. You can now buy Witcher everything. By the way, can we have a book in this set? Like, it all started with the books. Come on. This is one of the major IPs, and it might be the only one that the origins are not in English-speaking culture. So it's pride here in Poland. We are very proud of The Witcher. I'm very proud that I did my game back then many years ago. I'm very proud that we have a new board game with this IP so much successful. I'm very proud of this video game that everyone loves. And I'm very proud that back then, when it all started in 90s and late 80s, I was this geek, reading books, reading short stories, and I couldn't imagine what will happen with this Witcher short story, that it will be $1 million business in the future. That was my few facts about The Witcher. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you learned something about this IP, some knowledge from Poland, from the origins of the Witcher IP. If you like this YouTube show, if you like to be with us every Monday 9 a.m. Eastern Time, please subscribe to get notification about the new episode, and please give us a like if you like this content, if you like the message about the Witcher, and give us a like. YouTube will appreciate that, and Ignacy will appreciate that. So two appreciation from the one click, it makes sense, right? So now, short commercial break, and we go back to the another camera, and we are go to epic Q&A. I have some few updates about the Dune. I have updates about the 11, so stay with me and prepare your questions because I'm ready to answer them. Epic Q&A in a second.
Yes. Ooh, espionage.
Hello, I'm back. Ignacy, Portal Games, and this Portal Games Informant. We meet every Monday 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and I talk with you about board games, about our hobby, about our passion, and I give you some updates from Portal Games Company. And sometimes I try to teach you with my seminars. My topics last week we finally revealed the Dune, the cover, the components, the description, everything finally is revealed. So please check out our page. This is Dune.portalgames. Something. Dune.portalgames.pl. This is a landing page for the Dune, and you will finally see the cover, see the, as I said, components, the first bits about the story. You will see the 4 characters you can choose from when you play the game, and I cannot wait finally to start talking about the game. We finished working on it many weeks ago, and finally we can start presentation on July 12th. We start pre-orders for the game, and please stay tuned because we will have A limited offer. We'll have a limited number of copies. Each copy will be numbered, which is quite a cool moment. But please stay tuned so you will not miss the pre-orders. Of course, I will talk about them when we are closer here in the vlog. Hello from Dubai, 45 degrees. He says Hilal. Hello Hilal, greetings to Dubai. We are going to play World Cup in Dubai, right? Correct? In the future. Like I think this is the case. I'm not sure. I know Dubai only from the photos, and it looks amazing. Dune looks cool, says Jan. Thank you for that. Did I mention Ignacy rules? Oh, Bill, yeah. Keep mentioning that. This is always important to keep mentioning so everybody knows that. Thank you. I don't know anything about The Witcher, but that was a cool presentation. Thank you, Brandon. Definitely pick the book. Last Wish is a good place to start if you either audiobook or EPUB or regular book from Barnes & Nobles or whatever. Last Wish is your starting point to fall in love with the stories. No, in Qatar. Okay. Then 11. Speaking about the football, speaking about the Qatar, speaking about the Euro Cup. 11 is happening, so please check out our landing page, our draft page, and leave comments, leave your questions. We are going now to update this page over the upcoming weeks, providing you more and more information about the game. This is a Football Manager game. We are trying to transferring players. We are rebuilding your stadium. You are planning your tactics. You are hiring your staff, like doctors, coaches, etc., etc. You are gaining sponsors to get some flow, cash flow. Lots of things happening. Each player, believe it or not, you can see it in the draft basically. It has 3 boards, like a club board and tactics board and stadium board. And on the stadium, you're rebuilding it. On a tactic, you plan the tactic to play against the opponent. On the club board, you're managing club resources. Like this is a full-blown, amazing strategy game. Very proud that we have this game submitted. Very lucky, to be honest. And then very proud of what me and my team are doing together with Thomas, adjusting this game and making it a full-blown amazing strategy game of the football. You will love it. Check out 11 and please follow us. You can click follow on this draft page, so you will get all the notifications about the changes and updates, etc., etc. Ignacy rules. I don't understand kappa. Witam pana prezesa. This is in Polish. Hello. It's very nice with you putting up the 11 page so early, can put away money that instead of getting surprised. Yeah, so we wanted to show it earlier, to have this time to slowly build the draft page and build the information about the game. Why? Because this is the game that will not have this crazy hype for the miniatures. Like we always know, when there is a miniature game on the Kickstarter, everyone talks about it, it gets immediately hype on the Board Game Geek. This is a Euro game about a very unique theme, about the soccer, about the football. So we know that we need more time to get you interested, to get you engaged. So that's why we gave us 2 or 3 months to prepare for the campaign, to educate you, to teach you about the game. So then when we start, you are interested, because there will be no freaking amazing dragon minis in this game. And Hilal says that he's playing Robinson Crusoe in Dubai. That is quite nice. Vienna Connection Broken Meeple review. Did you see it already? Yeah. Greetings to Broken Meeple. Thank you for reviewing the game and thank you for rating it so kind. And guys, if you are debating, if you want to play Vienna Connection, check out the first reviews are in. The first reviews are posted on Board Game Geek. Check out what fans are talking. We have insane rating of 9.0 on Board Game Geek. This is one of the highest ratings I ever seen. Of course, with time it will drop, that's for sure. But as for now, all the fans who played the first, the second case, the start of the whole campaign are absolutely loving the experience. So please make yourself a treat and check out Vienna Connection. It is now available worldwide in English, in Polish in Poland, and the new editions will come in upcoming weeks. I'm going to do a whole show next week about Vienna Connection, discussing the differences between Vienna Connection and Detective, discussing why this game is good for you, why this game is not good for you. So see you next week on Monday with the whole show about the Vienna Connection. And thank you everyone for the feedback for the game. You are too kind for us and we appreciate that, me and my whole team. Can't wait for Football Manager, says Paul. Paul, we need you on board to look in the rulebook at some point. Is Coatl any good? Asked Dumidu. Dumidu, it's a very smart, abstract strategy game that looks beautiful on the table. And this is the game that asks you to fulfill short-term goals. So you have 3 cards in front of you, and these cards may say, have a snake that has that many pieces in yellow and that many pieces in red. And the other card says, has a snake that has exactly 9 pieces. And the other card says, has a snake that starts the red, ends in the blue, and no matter what's inside. And from these short time goals, you have to figure out how to build your snake to score the most points. Family-oriented, very, very good game. I strongly recommend. Chad is starting to write like crazy. I appreciate that because we are now in the section of Epic Q&A and I need your questions, so I appreciate that. Sandy says, hello, is there any partner from Brazil to help with the distribution of 11 on my country, like with Robinson Crusoe? Sandy, first of all, greetings to Brazil. Second of all, Brazil kicked our asses last Friday in a volleyball match. It was 3.0. You just destroyed us. You made me cry. Third of all, we hope so. There is nothing signed, so I cannot confirm anything, but we are working very, very hard, and I'm very optimistic that we will have distribution for 11 in Brazil. This is like a no-brainer. No-brainer. We have to have distributor for 11 in Brazil, and it will happen. Like, I cannot confirm it officially. I don't have anything signed, but I know it will happen. This game is amazing, and for sure, publisher in Brazil will love to do it. Still haven't found time to edit my review, says Dutch Yoda. Dutch Yoda, stop lacking. We need feedback. We need reviews. We need people talking about Vienna Connection. We need you to step in with your review. Thank you. Wow, 9 on BG. Congrats, says John. Yes, the ratings are very, very high. Of course, these are the players who couldn't wait to grab the game. The players who were on pre-order, who get the game, immediately played because they were so excited. So yes, we see this excitement in the ratings. We are very, very proud, very, very happy. And now we wait for more and more players to discover the game and hopefully enjoy as well. Paul says that he's happy to help us with our soccer game. I appreciate that. And now the X-Files team detective. One day, sir, one day it will happen for sure. Hilal says, cannot wait for 11. We cannot wait too, but we are now playtesting, changing, adding things, changing things. Just this weekend, besides blogging and besides watching matches, Thomas was updating the cards for the players. I can spoil it, tease some of the things because you're watching this vlog, and I appreciate you that you are with us. So this weekend, Thomas was adjusting the abilities on the veteran players and the young players. So how it works? It works the way that when you start the game in your club, you have 2 special players, like the unique players. One of them is a veteran, the player who was in the club for years. He's an icon of the club. He's at the end of his career. He can play amazingly, but his time is slowly getting over. He's prone to injuries. He will leave the club at some point, but he's your veteran, your icon. And the other account that you start with is the young player, the 16-year-old or 17-year-old, super young, super talent, the talent that you can train and make amazing. So you start always with 2 cards that are unique, so make the different setup between players. So that was a top secret info about 11, especially for you. What level of player are you targeting with 11? How heavy will the game be? The game will be heavy. This is a strategy game. We are not making a family game. We are making a game for the geeks. If you understand Football Manager, you will understand this game. But if you are not playing Football Manager on the PC, maybe it will be difficult. You have to manage finances. You have to manage the tactics. You have to manage the stadium. The stadium gives you abilities. The players have abilities. And the budget of the club, like things happening. This is a football, amazing manager. I'm very proud, but this is for the gamers game. This is for the gamers game. I like Pret-a-Porter, unique theme, but it's a strategy game. Guys, the last few minutes because the match is going on. What's the score? Check it. Like, I need briefing. Come on. I bet, because we are doing betting in our office, I bet that the score will be 0-0. 0-0? Perfect. We need 0-0 in this match, so I win a couple of points. Sherlock Holmes Consulting. Whoa. What is your favorite position on the football field? Asked Vitruvian Gamer. My favorite position is making such a moves in my hands and yelling, and everyone start passing me ball. Pass me the ball. Give me the ball. This is my standard position on the ball. Nobody is passing to me. I don't know why. I'm doing assists. I have this last pass before somebody scores the goal. But to do that, I need more passes. And we are playing today. So I will be yelling again at my fellow players. 0-0, 0-0. This is a good situation. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for getting some Polish energy. One more thing, Port against US. About Polish energy, you need to check out our American energy. Daniel is doing amazing content. So check out the Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Portal Games US. Last week, she recorded hilarious video with her learning how to pronounce Ignacy Trzewiczek. And that was amazing, ton of views, ton of likes, you guys loved it. So greetings to Danielle. This weekend she posted a new video with her baking cookies. I don't know if Marek, if you saw it. Amazing, I think it was a coconut cookies in a chocolate to celebrate Robinson Crusoe. So our HR department already is contacting Danielle that she has to come to Poland for the training for the company. So she'll be moving to Poland soon. But well, this is when you work in the company and you can bake. You end up in my office. No home office. Anyway, guys, thank you for being with us. See you next Monday. Next Monday, I'm going to discuss Vienna Connection, how it differs from Detective. I hope you will find it valuable and interesting. 1-0. Somebody score a goal. That's terrible. Brandon says he won in the Prêt-à-Porter. Congratulations. In Dubai, we can assist and play rest in our gig Dubai BBG. Guys, thank you. I go watch match. See you next week. Bye-bye.